In the era of tiki, there were certain glasses that bars would use, specifically for one drink and one drink alone. This is the Voodoo Tumbler. It's super rare, and today we're gonna make the Voodoo Grog. My name is Spike, and on my other channel, I've made over 200 tiki cocktails right here in my home bar, The Breezeway. On that channel, we've done interviews, we've gone to some of the most incredible home tiki bars across the country, and we've visited all kinds of commercial tiki bars. But right here on this channel, it's all about the recipes. Welcome to Tiki Cocktails with Spike.
Tiki Cocktails with Spike.
Glad to have you back. Okay, so to make the Voodoo Grog, the Trader Vic's Bartender's Guide makes it one way, and the Beachbum Berry Total Tiki app makes it another way. In the past, I've made it via the Trader Vic's Bartender's Guide, but tonight we're gonna try the Beachbum Berry Total Tiki app. It's an odd recipe. And at the end of this episode, I'm gonna let you know if I ordered this at Trader Vic's, would I order it again? Okay, let's make this drink. So we're gonna be making it in a blender. And the reason I say it's an odd recipe is because we're gonna start with 3/4 of lime juice, and we are gonna do 1/4 of honey. Not honey syrup or anything, just honey. Right out of Honey Bear's head. God, why is this taking so long? Honey Bear! I probably shouldn't be yelling Honey Bear at like 11 o'clock in the breezeway where my neighbors are like trying to sleep for a normal day at work. Honey Bear. There is a 1/4 ounce of honey. Oh, come on. Dude. So the weird part about this recipe is that we are going to be blending the honey and the lime juice together before we do anything else. That's what it says in the Total Tiki app. I'm just gonna follow the instructions and see where that gets us. I've made it in the past, and in the past, I've also used an actual egg before I knew how to actually separate an egg white for a cocktail, and it was a bit of a mess. And then I learned about Fee Foam, and this is not sponsored, but we're gonna be using Fee Foam because like the egg white thing in the cocktail is just kind of like, I love eggs, but it just kind of like has that gross egg smell. It's not something I'm really interested in being part of tonight. Honey Bear. So we have the honey and the lime juice, and we're just going to quickly... Speaking of bumming out the neighbors, it's like 11:30 right now. I'm just running a blender, and my neighbors are probably like, "Hey, this guy's constantly making like fruity drinks." I mean, I am. Okay, the next ingredient is going to be 3/4 of an ounce of white grapefruit juice, 3/4 of an ounce of pimento dram. Jared, what do you think about corks?
They're awesome.
1/2 ounce of passion fruit syrup. Now, this is from Liquid Alchemist. If you're interested in some Liquid Alchemist stuff at a discount, there is a link in the description below for a coupon code. Great stuff. Okay, 1 ounce each of the rums. This is a gold Puerto Rican rum, Ron del Baralito. Oh, dude, I need a bottle of this. Where are the sponsorship opportunities? Ron del Baralito. I even know how to pronounce it. Kinda think. I don't know. And a Martinique agricole. Another ounce. Whew. It's grassy. It's floral. It is a divisive ingredient that I'm slowly coming around to. In fact, I was just in Indiana with Ed Hamilton, and he goes, why don't we have, what do we have? Nissan daiquiris? It was like an agricole daiquiri. And I was like, can we do this? And he goes, why not? I go, okay, Ed Hamilton. And so in place of the egg whites, we're gonna do, how many dashes is this? 2 to 3 dashes of Fee Foam to your cocktail. Okay. There's a good 3 dashes of Fee Foam. So the reason for doing egg whites in a cocktail is not really for flavor. It's more for like foaminess and giving kind of a presentation. So we'll see what this does. Oh, we should probably add some ice.
Why is it called Fee Foam?
Fee Brothers? It's from the Fee Brothers.
Okay.
You don't know them?
No.
They make Flarenum.
Oh. Flarenum and fee foam.
Yes, thank you. Okay, we are going to do some quick blending here. We kind of couldn't figure out, like, the instructions say blend, but then it's like with a drink mixer, but then use shaved ice. So it's like, was Vic's intention for you to have a blended drink or a mixed drink that is like kind of icy? It's like really nebulous. So this is the solution that we came up with. Now, the incredible Voodoo tumbler, very rare. Well, actually you can find these on eBay. They're not inexpensive. And this is a very good example of it. All of the gold paint is intact. All of the gold around the bottom is intact. I love this glass so much. I think they use this maybe at the Kahiki also, but Trader Vic's use this, as far as I know, for one cocktail. And now, look at that. Oh, dude. Okay, it's a little foamy. It's not as fee foamy as you would expect, but there's some foam to it. We are going to top this off with some more ice. Ooh. A little more. And then Vic says to garnish with some mint. So we'll give it a little bit of a whack there. Just twist off the bottom stems. Put that in the back. What a beautiful bouquet. Don't skimp them in. Vic also says to garnish with a fruit stick. And their definition of a fruit stick is a hunk of pineapple and a cherry. And so, from Trader Vic's, by way of Beachbum Berry, this is the Voodoo Grog. And I have a straw here from Surfside Sips. And I haven't tasted this for a long, long time. I'm very excited. What a beautiful cocktail too, right? Wow. First reaction is tangy, like very rum forward, like almost like puckery. What's doing that? The citrus? There wasn't like a ton of citrus, right? It's the agricole. I think the agricole is like pretty abrasive. I feel like I like this drink better the last time I had it. I don't know. Why don't we bring in editor Jared to see what he thinks about it? And also, I'll let you know at the end of this, if I ordered this at a bar, would I order it again? The jury is out.
Ba-dum-bum. Sorry.
Editor Jared.
I love being on the show. You know, trying all these amazing drinks, but I'm afraid to pick this up.
Oh, because of the glass.
Yeah. I'm afraid of breaking things here all the time, but I'm gonna be very gentle.
Okay.
And go for it.
You gonna slurp it from a distance?
I'm gonna pick it up.
Oh, you are?
Gently.
Okay. Don't drop it.
Yeah, okay, I know.
Okay. It's a two-sipper.
Kind of tastes like a lawn.
A lawn? like mowing the lawn?
Yeah, like if I was like had grass and was drinking it.
Well, it is the agricole. I think the agricole has a grassy quality to it.
I've never had agricole before. I think that's what it is. So I hear you talking about it, and I'm realizing, yeah, it is very earthy.
So recently we've been hearing more and more about Martinique rums in these recipes that were not agricoles. When modern people think about a Martinique rum, we think agricole. But in the 50s and 60s, they were making like a normal dark rum.
Maybe that would be better in this.
Yeah, but like I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
So
It's interesting. And this is a Trader Vic?
This is a Trader Vic, yeah.
Okay. And he's like one of the historic tiki.
He's one of the dudes, but
right.
I would say that the Don the Beachcomber, Mariano Liquidini cocktails are probably better tasting.
Yeah.
But Vic did make the Mai Tai. I don't know if you've heard of that one.
No, I have. You know,
Okay.
I've been getting the history more and more of tikis. Speaking of which, that's why I got this shirt. I typed in like historic Hawaiian shirts, but I didn't look at the fine details because I wanted to get it fast for the show, so I got it on Amazon, you know. So I typed in historic Hawaiian shirt, and it gave me a shirt with a T-Rex and a cowboy riding it, because that's history. And they combined it together and made this wonderful shirt. Because I get yelled at on the show for not having a Hawaiian shirt on, so I...
Not from me.
No.
From the comments.
From you people. So this is what you get. I hope you're happy.
If you order this in a bar, would you order it again?
I would definitely not get that again.
All right.
Would you?
If it was presented like this, it's just a divisive flavor. I think it's the kind of thing that if you If you can get through it, might be good.
It might grow on you.
Yeah, like moss from the grass.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, there are other cocktails in the world to explore. I love the presentation. I love the name.
Yeah.
Voodoo Grog.
It looks cool. Yeah, the name is awesome.
I don't know if this one's for me. I think if you enjoy Martinique agricole rums, you'd probably love it. So, I don't know. Mention in the comments below if you've had this drink before, if you love it, if you hate it, what do you think about it? Otherwise, click this link right here for another Trader Vic's cocktail.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Wait, do we have any more Trader Vic's cocktails?
I don't know.
Something will pop up here.
It'll be cool.